How can your care or nursing home promote itself to 58,612 people on Facebook in 7 days and secure at least one new self-funding resident, including during COVID? Well, in this short video, I am going to show you. And let's just put all of this into context. This is when you are wanting to promote your care and nursing home because you want ultimately to get more inquiries, particularly from self-funding families, self-funding residents. And using Facebook as the go-to mechanism is a way to reach tens of thousands per month rather than a few dozen or hundreds. And there are ways of doing this. And this is a campaign which worked, and I'm going to run through it with you so you can see how you can implement it for your care and nursing homes. So let me just drop down further into this element here, which talks about accelerated engagement. What that means is, with Facebook, if you want to reach tens of thousands of people per week or per month, you have to do something special. And that's usually bringing an organic shareability, viral elements, but let's just call it shareability engine, or else increase the power of that engine to reach more people via boosts, Facebook boosts or ads. Because the reality is that Facebook, if you want to reach more people than just your followers and your friends, you have to get creative or use advertising. So we call these campaigns accelerated engagements because you are accelerating engagement. And this particular nursing home, the campaign that worked for them was to promote their nursing home as doing these elements. The various literally showing the benefits of moving into a nursing home, demonstrating the activities and initiatives at the home, and as I mentioned, bringing in a sharing mechanism for the post, the Facebook post, by incorporating a fundraising element. And by doing that, in this case, I'll just go over the results for you. This campaign reached these kinds of numbers over the 7 days. And some of the basic numbers for you. Most were non-fans of the page because you want to be reaching new people who don't know about your care or nursing homes already. You'll see a massive increase percentage-wise in your fans, and also in this case, it involves a partnership with a local dementia charity, the Hive Dementia Awareness Forum, which solidified the relationship with them. And how this campaign worked was by, over the course of 7 days, and I'm just going to show you some of these posts that were made during these 7 days. They were encouraging people to get to know all about the good and wonderful things that this particular nursing home does. We used a lot of infographics. You can see, a lot of emoticons, which you can see here, and good use of graphics. And to show you as an example of, again, the effect of one particular post, and I am going to show you some of the other posts in a moment, but for this particular post, which was part of the campaign, which was celebrating the meals and the cook at this home, and of course we all know how important meal times are for residents. It itself reached 12,000 people, was shared 115 times. Let me emphasize the power of this sharing. This means that people are sharing with their friends voluntarily on Facebook and are promoting your home on your behalf. It's a wonderful mechanism to promote your homes to people who do not know about you already. And here in this particular case, one direct inquiry from an individual led ultimately to that person becoming a resident. So one direct resident as a result of this particular campaign. Now I'm just going to show you some of the posts that were part of this campaign. So here we go, Balgowan House. Get rid of that. The first post for this 7-day campaign. You can read it here. Choosing a care home is an important decision for your family, etc. All this week we are sharing some of the benefits of moving into a home and the sharing mechanism you see here, donating £1 per share to the Hive Dementia Awareness Forum. And just to be clear, we made it very, very clear we will donate up to £250. So even, and let me be clear, there are instances where these kind of campaigns have gone truly viral. You are telling people ultimately the maximum that you will donate will be 250. So this post alone, 86 shares. And then let's get into the campaign as it happened in full. As I talked about here, this was all during COVID, August 24th. Mentioned previously the work of the cook, and again 114 shares. This is a campaign going on fire, and some nice comments to top, and continuing during the 7 days. An additional post on understanding the difference between a residential care home and a nursing home, because let's face it, most people don't, particularly prospective families. And in this case, that was being made clear. Please note the use of emoticons. It looks engaging, it looks attractive, but this isn't hard sales or promotion. This is just trying to create content that is engaging and that people will want to read. And most people do like to read what's happening at their local care home. So for this particular post, again, a nice number of shares, a big number of likes. So again, and for this post, all this happened during the course of a week. Going into more details about this particular stakeholder that Balgowan House, this particular home, was keen to build a relationship with. And then moving forward, another post here, again, just huge amounts of shares, 109 shares for this particular single post, talking about improving loneliness and social isolation, which of course care and nursing homes are a solution to. Nice use of emoticons. It's very uplifting. I like this one myself personally. A hello from the manager, and we're getting personal here. It's her talking to everyone. And we have a nice photo of her, a nice amount of shares, and some lovely comments here from families themselves. My hub is so being very both from previous residents and present residents' families. So having family members being the advocates for your home is as good as you can get it. And if they're sharing, it doesn't really, to be honest, get any better than that. The posts go on, you can see here, and again, 10 more shares for this particular post, and this is the last chance to share posts about, in this case, it was routine visits. So even during the lockdown, people and the residents were still getting important therapeutic, medical and social interventions. So that's how this kind of campaign can work for you. And just to remind you about what can be achieved, there is a summary.